So I want you on the side that has the penny, foam ball, and wooden block. And we're going to read, and I'm going to start you on what I want to see. So it says, a student dropped the following objects into a container of water and oil. Which container shows how these liquids and solids will look when poured into one container? So they're going to be poured into one container. And you have water and oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. We're going to draw our one container. And what I want you to do is we're going to label this. We know dense equals down. And we know at the bottom we have our more dense. And we know if it's more dense that it will sink. And we know up here at the top that is our less dense. And we know that those objects will float. So with that, what you're going to do is you know you have water and oil. We've dealt with water and oil before, so you need to think, what do I know about water and oil? You'll draw those two liquids over here. After you do that, you're going to look at your penny. It tells you it sinks in water and it sinks in oil. You'll draw your penny. The same thing with the foam ball. Floats in water, floats in oil. The wooden block floats in water, sinks in oil. You will draw that there. Everyone understand on that side what to do? Yeah. Okay, excellent. After you do that, if you flip to the other side, we're going to talk about what this is going to look like. This is a student was mixing some ingredients and made the following observations. Which container shows how these liquids will look when poured into one container? Once again, they're poured into one container. And you need to think we've let it sit. Remember, sometimes it takes a little bit for our liquids to sit. So the same thing. We're going to draw our container. We have one container. We remember dense equals down. We remember we have our more dense at the bottom and our less dense at the top. We know these objects are more dense will sink and these will float. What I would do, ultimately you're going to have 4 liquids in here. What I would do is I would come over and look at this, and I would know that these are my more dense, these are my less dense, and I would read soy sauce is more dense than water. Well, if soy sauce is more dense, we know it would be down, so I'm just going to put an SS and leave some space and put my water. That will allow me, as I read my 2 other statements, to place those liquids where they go and then transfer those over here. Once you're done, you'll get the sheet with the answers and you'll just be able to answer that, circle that, knowing that it looks just like what you have drawn on the side. Any questions about what you're doing?